And we should be waiting on it to. There it is. And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome,
We
ladies and
are
gentlemen.
here. What up, though? It's Saturday. It's football.
Saturday football. Man, I had a lot going on. uh, uh, I, uh-oh. I, uh, I had to set all of this stuff up, man. I've been up since like 7 a.m. So it's been a hell of a week. Week two? What is this? Week two or week three of football? Week two?
Week 2.5. We did week 0, which doesn't really count, but I mean, Florida State it counts. It counts double at this point. Lose back to back.
You are
Chumps.
petty boy, petty mans.
Why? What I do?
Why are you petty? I don't know why you're petty. You would have to answer
My
that
name is
question.
not Richard.
Yeah. Yeah, come in. We're about to get our executive producer to join us,
Big
aka
Reeves in the house. What's up? Round of applause for the greatest executive producer y'all
she
have
sleep.
ever heard.
Okay. Oh no, she
Reeseton,
sleep. We may be good.
AKA Big Reeves.
Huh?
Who you know show who else could show up to work, be sleep, and still be better than the rest of y'all? Wake up and shake up, baby. Saturday with
She
the
good.
unks.
She's here. She's
And not
ready.
that unk.
Okay. Ooh boy, you got 2 executive producers today.
Hey, you better listen to both of them if you smart, bucko.
I hear you. I hear you. Well, we are live. We're gonna wait for a couple more people to trickle in. Appreciate everybody tuning in with us already.
What's good?
Well, let's go
Shaking,
ahead.
man. I'm feeling good. I had
Let's go ahead and get to the games. We got SEC, we got ACC, we got HBCU. What's up, Phil? We got ACC, we have Big 10, Big 12, SIAC, HBCU, NFL. We have like 40 something games to talk about today. So so let's get started with college football. We have the SEC up first. Up first, we have Georgia and Kentucky. I put it by ranking for the SEC, and then I put one way off in the corner that I think is going to be a lot more intriguing than people think. I think that I don't believe in one of these teams, and I think they're primed for an upset. Let's start out with Georgia and Kentucky. Georgia, number 1 team in the nation. Number 1 team in the nation. Playing Kentucky. A bunch of former Georgia Bulldogs play for Kentucky now, and Mark Stoops. Should be an interesting game. I don't expect it to be good past halftime. I think you have Brock Vandagriff, who is the former Georgia backup quarterback, is now the starting quarterback or the co-quarterback after that game versus South Carolina. They searching for answers. You got the co-quarterback. You got John Dumas Johnson, who is the starting middle linebacker from Kentucky, went to UGA. It's an interesting game because you're starting to see the philosophy of if you play in college football for 4 or 5 years at a top program like Georgia, Alabama, LSU, Ole Miss, you might be transferring. I won't say trash, but you might be transferring if you year 4 because they got a couple. They have freshmen, sophomores. What's up? What's up? What's up with the chat? See y'all. I see y'all have freshmen, sophomores. They have everything here that need to start. So with this game, it is in Kentucky. It is in Kentucky, but I still got Georgia rolling in this one. I don't know why you bet on them. I wouldn't. I well, you also could have been down 50, so there's that. So we both taking Kentucky. I got Georgia here too, so we going Georgia. Interesting game in Madison. You like that line, didn't you? When I was talking about the Taints, you like that line, don't you? Uh-oh. Give me 1 second. Hold up, Norwood. Let me add a source real quick. I forgot to add your audio to this part.
Things. If you haven't had a chance to check out the college football previews,
Woo,
the NFL previews, extremely relevant. Also, there's Splashcast 24 pack that came out last week, and y'all can check out. I did the training camp. It's like a collection, like 6 or 7 playlists, all fire. Check that out. And back to my boy Reg.
We back. So y'all heard a lot of me. Did not hear a lot of Norwood on that, but just to let y'all know, he hates Kentucky. They embarrassed him. They took his beers and all of that stuff. But
no, they didn't take my beers. I was on the road to opulence, and y'all had to make me take a pit stop.
Is that what it was? So he does have the beers. We will post that. He's up 6 after Kentucky.
How many?
You up 6? You up a 6-pack, right? Not 6 packs. You're up 6 beers, as in one 6-pack.
One singular 6-pack. But I'm up, and I'm stoked, baby.
Shout out to Cleveland. Trash.
You bet on Deshaun Watson? Watson?
Hey man, nope, no more nasty man jokes. Alabama versus Wisconsin. Who you got here?
Bet we on both take, not me.
Who you got? Alabama.
I consider
Wisconsin.
This quietly. It's like it's not a game of the week, but it's a very important game. So I consider it kind of like a game of the week. But I got Bama. Now Bama, hey, I'm picking y'all, but don't show up with the team from last week. If y'all gonna bring the team from last week, y'all gonna lose. Jalen Milroe, it's time for you to figure out earlier in the season that you're not that you are a decent quarterback. If you show up with that same guy taking them sacks and looking stupid, you're gonna piss me off too.
First off, if they show up with the team from last week, they won't lose. It'll be a similar game to last week. I expect Alabama to come out firing. I expect for them to win by 21 points in this game, and I expect it to be a consistent 21-point lead in this game. I expect it consistently.
Can we bet that?
No.
I
ain't doing no prop bets. I ain't doing no prop bets.
After week 0, I learned, hey man, I got hit very quick. All right, let's move on.
What's up, Russ?
Lane Kiffin.
You put that on there, man. We know they're gonna just absolutely mud stomp Wake Forest.
Okay, so this is the thing. How real do we think Ole Miss is?
Real enough to mud stomp Wake Forest. We won't know how real Ole Miss is for another week or two. But
today, so it's in the incubator. It's on crock pot. It's low and slow. We're gonna see when they come out. Are they gonna fall off the bone, or is it gonna be cooked? That's what we waiting on. All right, we'll see.
We'll see. Boston College in Missouri.
I expect them to trick it off.
Really? Eventually, I mean, I don't know if they'll trick it off, but they play a tough schedule. They got to play Georgia. They got to play Alabama, if I'm not mistaken. They play a few teams. So, but then you have Boston College in Missouri. Now, if y'all remember, Missouri was my pick, was my sleeper team to make some noise in the SEC. They got the schedule to do it. Upstart. Shout out to all the ACC mid majors using Florida State as a way to gain notoriety. Boston College is with is 2-0 and they're ranked number 24, and they're playing the number 6 Missouri Tigers. Missouri should win this game, but this is where normally you trick stuff off.
If Florida State players have used Macy's and what y'all remember as Riches as places to go in and steal free sneakers, then why can't these teams do the same thing? It's finding an opportunity. Oh, I'm mic'd up.
No, you good. It was clicking a little bit.
Oh, but what I was saying was, yeah. So for me, I'm picking this on what Reggie has told me consistently about Mizzou. I'm trusting my co-host here. He said double down on Mizzou, and I'm going to do it. Now, both of these teams, I could care less about. I think the Missouri's a scam in the waiting. And Boston College, let's be real, you were never good. You just played a really shitty team. So I'm going with Mizzou in this. I assume that Reggie's going with Mizzou, and we're going right on out of there.
Yeah, somebody's going to be proved to be fraudulent today, and we will find out who. In low key, this could be the game of the week.
Ooh, I think that everybody knows that Boston College is fraudulent.
Not in the ACC. We don't know. You don't know nothing in the ACC.
If you believe that Boston College is not fraudulent, hop into my DMs, text me, inbox me. I want to take all the bets going forward against Boston College because I know that they're a flaming bag of trash. I'm not playing with y'all no more. I'm not doing none of this. I'm not playing with y'all no more. Y'all finna get it now, especially I ain't like starting out down.
In low key, the game of the week, LSU and South Carolina. Again, LSU, are they better than we think, or are they mid because they have a bunch of new players? South Carolina, that defense, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, that defense is for real, for real. The offense is what will kill them, but the defense is for real, for real. If that offense can get going in South Carolina playing that damn Sandstorm song, it could get dicey for LSU. Matter of fact, I'm taking a South Carolina. Double down.
And I'm taking LSU. That's a 6-pack, baby.
6-pack.
My heart don't steer me wrong. Players fuck up. We make mistakes from time to time. I bet on Kentucky. I told you, though, the initials for that game was SUCK. That game was going to suck, and it did. So, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going back with LSU. South Carolina, you got to prove me wrong again. I want 6-pack on that, and Reggie said he will be my huckleberry. All right, cool. Reggie, South Carolina, Norwood, LSU.
Did I press the button? Did it play? We'll see. I guess it don't play. Yeah, so that's a beer. Okay, and that's a cough. Next, the game that Norwood is interested about. Texas A&M versus Florida. Texas A&M, new coach from Duke, trying to put it all together, plays Florida, who inexplicably is going to go back to Graham Mertz after DJ Lagway threw for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns against Sanford. And
456, ladies and gentlemen. That's one of the top 10 performances in Florida Gator history. He's going back to Graham Mertz. My life is a joke. And I'm going to tell you why my life is a joke. Because last year we had Desmond Ridder. We knew that Desmond Ridder could only play for so long, and then we figured out Taylor Heineke was the right quarterback to play. And then guess what my stupid-ass coach did? He went right back to Desmond Ridder. Well, here we are in the sequel, which is the prequel because this is college. This time, our quarterback has identified that Graham Mertz is a flaming bag of trash. DJ Lagway is the future. And let me tell you, your present is already over. So what we're going to do is be stupid again, and we're going to go back to Graham Mertz. This is a lose-lose for me. No, it's a win. It's actually a win. Okay, so let me tell y'all what's going on in my head. Graham Mertz plays terrible. We lose. Billy's fired. He looks stupid. Even Steve Spurrier said, I saw him play. I don't know if he should start, but he needs to be on the field. That's a very passive-aggressive way of saying, hey, that kid is really good. And the kid who you about to roll out there, not so much. And I don't want to call Graham Mertz
booty butt cheeks. Booty butt cheeks.
35 years old. But Billy, do Billy things. Get your ass fired. I don't pick the game.
It's in Gainesville.
DJ Lagway safe. That's all I want. I want him to be marked safe at the end of the game. If we lose, don't play DJ. If we play DJ, we probably win.
Texas A&M. I pick you to lose. That's who I pick. Texas A&M to lose.
That is spiteful.
Yeah, I want Florida to be 5-6-0 before they hit that 5-game gauntlet.
I'm picking Texas A&M because they picked Mertz. That pissed me off. Like what do you need to see that Graham Mertz ain't it and DJ is? He threw some of the best long bombs that we've seen. I mean, I guess since Kyle Trask and Kyle Pitts. Let's be real here. So, yeah, I'm betting against my team, but I'm only betting against my team because my team is betting against my quarterback. My quarterback is DJ Lagway.
That boy big mad. I don't care.
Hell yeah.
I hope Billy wins. I hope Billy wins.
I hope you find a nice warm place in hell too. Next up
is the game that I think is going to be better than most people think. A lot of these games between two mid teams turn out to be pretty enjoyable to watch. Vanderbilt and Georgia State in Atlanta. Vanderbilt 2-0, coming off the big upset of somebody that they played. I want to pick Georgia State just because I don't believe Vanderbilt is good.
Do it.
But I'm not going to bet it,
I got 6 on Vandy.
No. I ain't betting on Georgia State.
Man. Come on, man.
Yeah, Russ, you might be. I'm picking Georgia State, but I'm not betting.
I'm picking Vandy, and I want bets.
But everybody else is taking the
Anybody
SEC. It's
want
only
Georgia
me.
State Panthers. Okay.
It's
and the
only
Chiefs
me.
Stands alone.
It's only me that's doing this. So that's the SEC: Georgia, Alabama, Ole Miss, Missouri. I'm taking South Carolina. Norwood's taking LSU. We both pick Florida to lose, and Georgia State and Vanderbilt. Let's go to. You want to go HBCU? Yeah, let's go HBCU.
No, let's go ahead ACC. I mean, let's go ahead and knock out the rest of the Power Fives. That was my game plan.
Well, I do. That's right. I still got more stuff to look at. My bad. The Alliance. I put everything together. So this is the Alliance. ACC, Big 10, Big 12. You going for the
all right.
What you going? Russ, you taking Wisconsin over Bama? We'll come back to that. You say that in the chat, Russ, and you let us know. The Alliance.
Yeah, clarify that, because if you want them others, if you want Wisconsin, I got you. I got 6 or 12.
Russ, I need you to be clear in the chat. You're taking a 12-pack on what? On what?
Say less. He said 12-pack for the upset. Now we all know that Wisconsin is the underdog. So, we would. Hey, blink twice first. I want to make sure your phone ain't been Shannon Sharp.
Oh, you said Wisconsin. All right now. Shannon Sharp out there shooting a 1800s porno. Ain't got no video, just all sound. Talking about I didn't mean to press. We do go live on. We here now. We go live on Instagram every Saturday. Do you know how difficult it is to go live on Instagram by accident? You have to press 3 or 4 buttons at a time to say go live.
Or you over there doing some work.
I had a bad Tua joke, but I'm not gonna make it.
Michelle crushed. Orange crushed.
She had the fingers like.
Next. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, the Alliance.
There's only one team that we care about in the ACC, and it's only so that I can monkey stump on their pain. We are talking about Memphis versus Florida State. The Tigers are 2-0. Florida State is 0-2. You heard it right, ladies and gentlemen. Lost 2 games in a row. This is tricky for me I can't imagine that Florida State continues to lose, but I want them to continue to lose. So I'm just going to keep it there. I want Memphis. Let's go Memphis.
This is the Mike Norvell Bowl. If you remember, Norvell got Memphis to the point where they were like 10-2, and then he left and went to Florida State after they did Willie Taggart wrong. So I can see them losing this game, them being Florida State, just because Memphis is turned up and Florida State don't seem that good. And it seems like they're about to be like Notre Dame, and because they did a black coach wrong, like I told y'all, and then they're going to try to come back later on. Until then, I don't see Florida State losing 3 in a row. But DJ is so bad. DJ Uungalele.
I don't know how you cannot see them losing and see him play quarterback. It has to, at least in your mind, has to be plausible that if he continues to play, then they continue to lose. Now, highly unlikely, yes, you assume that they get it together. But if you watch him play quarterback, it's not like, oh, no, there's no way they can lose. Oh, yeah, I seen you play football. It's not good.
It's not good at all. I'm taking Florida State. You taking Memphis. Are you willing to bet, or is this going to be like a Georgia State Vandy game where we not betting?
I gotta really think about these now because you will be trying to get me, and the odds say that Florida State, y'all should be better than this. But DJ Ukulele, let's do this on this
ukulele.
No, because he couldn't play that either.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Let's table this and let's table this and come back to it. We'll put a pin in this and circle back at the end, see what else we bet, and then at that point, we'll decide.
All right. Utah versus Utah State. Utah is a team full of grown men led by a 27-year-old quarterback. When I say grown men, I mean families, children, 401ks. Everything. So we're probably going to go Utah here. Although rivalry games, especially them games where you don't know nothing about the other team. You got me last
week with Iowa versus Iowa State. And I said,
I told you.
No way they could lose. Shellacked. You got it. Respect.
You never know.
I've been making some mistakes. Where it don't matter because I'm still in the lead when it comes to the beers. We are here for the drinking.
Utah.
I'm taking Utah.
I'm taking the
Colorado versus Colorado State. Colorado did beat Colorado State last year. It was a really, really good game last year. We've watched Colorado play this season. It has been less than spectacular. I think they figured out that they can't run the ball. They don't have an offensive line, and that secondary is very beatable. I'm taking Colorado State.
I'm taking Colorado State here. Shiloh's not playing, and as much as bad as that team is, especially the offensive line, Shiloh did instill a bit of fear or at least hesitance in other teams coming across the middle. Once he went out with that broken arm in the second quarter, Nebraska just was like, touchdown. I was like, oh, well, he's more important than you think. So, what happened? Oh, I'm going Colorado State here. I think we're both going Colorado State. That boy Norwood over there scrambling. While we wait, like, follow, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Remember, there he is. The website is up, www.thesplashcast.com. Dive Team Media website on the way. We will have the live stream, the taped stream syndication, if you will, of this week's episode of other Dive Team Media content. Shout out to LOA, as well as our Saturday morning live picks will go live every day. Probably, Sorrell said, are you good out there in Texas? Probably every evening
I'm cool
from 5 to 10 to catch the replay if you don't catch it all. So, prayers to the Southwest and Gulf Coast. I think that hurricane kind of died down a lot because they had us packed for 12 days.
It was headed for us, and then it went east. So
it hit land in Mississippi and Louisiana.
Yeah,
but it actually it wasn't as strong as you would think. Thank the Lord, because they had me packed. They was like, packed for 2 weeks. I was like, About to go. UCF and TCU, the 2017 national champs. University of Central Florida versus TCU.
I have this as the uneasy bowl because both of these teams are 2-0. Both of them are in the Big 12. And 50% of me says, let's be real here. I don't care. 50% of me says, I have no clue who to pick. I'm going to go UCF, but I'm not willing to bet on that game at all. So don't ask me about it. This is just gut feeling.
It's good, Nick. Florida versus Texas. I mean, this is.
Wait. No. University of Central Florida versus Texas Christian University. Florida versus Texas is different.
Well, I'm in the States. Like, this is. You gotta. Central Florida has a lot of speed.
Four little brothers. Like, this is like little brother.
But it's still speed. It's still relative. They have speed UCF and they have power and speed with Texas TCU. What's my motto, people?
And
when you don't know, go with the home team. So I'm gonna go. Yeah,
but I also saw UCF play really tough against a Bama team that I don't think the TCU would have stood a chance against.
That was South Florida, that was SF, not CF.
Oh, you're right. You are 100% right. Still don't know. All right, I'm taking UCF.
And you're not betting?
You taking TCU? No,
that's a fun bet right there. Nobody knows. We don't know any of these teams.
All right. So once again, we'll table this one.
Oregon State.
Oh, come on, man. Oregon. Dan Lanning. Hey, y'all ain't been winning right, though. Let me be very clear. Y'all have not been winning convincingly like I expected y'all to win. Y'all did all that talking last year. We play for wins. They play for clicks. You better be playing for some points because you look like trash.
I'm about to say, you said Oregon over Idaho. They won by 10, and they were only up by 3 in the fourth. Oregon over Boise State. I said, hey, Boise State could beat them, and they almost beat them. Oregon versus Oregon State, Civil War in Oregon. What is the name of Oregon State? What do they play? It's Eugene and
Beaverton
or Beavertown. No, I'm picking Dan Lanning, but I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
Me neither. Now, Oregon. I'm picking you on legacy and pedigree only. That's it. Now we can talk about legacy and no pedigree. Notre Dame at Purdue. Mind you, Notre Dame lost to NIU last week.
And they barely won the first game.
Exactly, because they are a scam.
And they still ranked number 18.
And let me tell you, they are not the number 18 team in the country. This is infuriating.
Notre Dame, y'all better win. Marcus Freeman, they about to set you free, brother, if you keep losing. Marcus, go ahead and win, dog. We going for you, not the school, not Notre Dame. I'm going for you to win. I want you to win.
I honestly think that Notre Dame is not a good job. I think that you should move on from there. You got your money. They're going to pay you anyway. Move on from that place. They're never going to be able to get the right players. They're never going to compete for anything because they're going to eventually have to play somebody, especially in the 12-team playoff. You're going to get ejected sooner and sooner. So, yeah, I'm rooting for Purdue. I expect Notre Dame to win. But Purdue, let's do it. Boilermakers. And if you got to suit up Drew Brees and let him go out there and sling that thing around, go for it.
Or Chase Daniel. Washington State versus Washington.
Huskies.
No reason why. I'm telling y'all, I'm holding on to. I want Washington State to win because I want Washington State to have to play Miami in the playoffs. And if they play Miami in the playoff, they'll have to play Cam Ward, who was the former quarterback of Washington State.
Correct. That's probably.
So I'm going for Washington State here. I have no reason why. I have no background information. I know that they run the spread, but I don't know nothing about this team. I don't know nothing about Washington, really. All they players went to Alabama. And they coach. I don't know nothing. So we got that part of, I think that's all the alliance, ain't it? Yeah, that's everything. That's all the alliance. So now we can get to where we want to get to. SEC HBCU football. We got the CAA first. Delaware versus North Carolina A&T. Delaware is gonna beat them like a drum. A&T,
correct.
Just win the halftime show and you're okay. Hampton and Norfolk State, Battle of the Bay.
A&T, y'all just need to prepare for y'all homecoming. Make that the extravaganza that you need it to be.
Hampton versus Norfolk State, Battle of the Bay. 1-1 Hampton, 1-2 Norfolk State. A really, 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 really good 1-2 Norfolk State, who should have beat FAMU. They really should be 2-1, possibly 3-0. Hampton won their game by the skin of their teeth. They also lost their game by the skin of their teeth.
Fair enough.
I'm picking Hampton, but boy, Norfolk is scary, bro. They are good.
Yes. I'm going to continue to talk about this. Norfolk State, they had Otto Coons, who was suspended for the first 4 games. They moved Jaden Daniels to their starting quarterback. He's played exceptional in every game that he's played in. But Hampton does have Elijah Burris. Elijah Burris had 200 and something yards last game. If we need to win, if we're going to win, it's going to be through him. Norfolk has won 8 out of the last 14 games, so it is a decent amount of parity there. I think that Norfolk State is technically the better and higher ranked team, but Hampton get it done.
You'll see Coach Odom's out there. They play smash mouth football, man. So if you try to finesse Norfolk State, they're going to run you over. MEAC. All right. So I added a little twist this week. All the games where we know we're going to lose and it's a money game, I put money bags by it because we don't really need to bet it. We don't really need to talk about it for real. Yeah, Wagner and Delaware State. Wagner's going to rock Delaware State. Central and Carolina. Everybody's going to that game because of the band. South Carolina, Morgan State and Ohio, thoughts and prayers. Even though I think it's going to be a pretty good game, I don't really think Ohio is as good as most people, as the talent disparity isn't as far away. I still think Ohio will win. Georgia Southern. I think y'all are a little bit too heavy a weight class for South Carolina State this year. Even though South Carolina State beat the Citadel, and I am a believer in Chennis Berry. I still have the picture on the computer of him in a Southern University shirt with the headphones. But Georgia Southern is a little bit too strong for South Carolina State. I think they're a little bit too deep. So I believe they'll end up running away with this maybe in the third or fourth quarter. I think it'll be a good game for the first half.
Chennis, when you want here. If you beat the Citadel and Georgia Southern is like my other team other than Florida, so it's very difficult to root against.
Oh, we always go for the Blacks, though. It ain't difficult for me. Yeah. Blacks. We going for the Blacks.
Yeah, but like half of my family went to Georgia Southern, all of that. But yeah, I'm still
your
South
whole
Carolina
family
State
black,
today. That is factual. Well, at least the ones that I've met so far. But yeah, South Carolina State, we're rooting for them. Georgia Southern. I hope I can actually catch this one. I want to see what it plays out. And I mean, let's be real. You could have put a money back besides Howard and Morehouse. Howard finna run the score up on Morehouse.
Yeah, Howard played Morehouse.
HBCU crime.
Yeah, boy, yeah. Howard's about to stomp Morehouse, unfortunately. Shot Terrence Mathis. They did play pretty well in their debut, but they're actually being overshadowed by Clark Atlanta, which we'll get to this year. But I believe Howard is going to just monkey stomp Morehouse. In Atlanta, though, it's going to be fun.
What up?
Let's go to the SWAC.
Yeah, but the CBC is in D.C. I'm actually like, damn, y'all it's a wrong weekend to be in Atlanta when you should be in D.C. celebrating. But
yeah, because you would have had everybody at the game.
Oh, you saw the fancy black people at the White House yesterday. Every person who we kind of know was there. You like, oh, okay.
Let's go to the SWAC. The game of the week in the SWAC. I was about to
say, you gonna start with that one, or you want to end with
game of the week in the SWAC is Southern versus Jackson State. Southern and Jackson State are both 1-1. They both play money games where they lost. So this is the beginning of where it is. I'm taking Southern, and I know we betting.
Bet your money. Bet your money. Bet
Southern.
Your money.
Southern had an offensive resurgence with their third string freshman quarterback that they put in. Hopefully he can do it again. Jackson State, Coach T has just kept the momentum going, started by Dion out there. I'm going for Southern though, and they're gonna win the halftime show, 5th quarter and 0 quarter. Ban football, clean sweep in Jackson. Rename it Baton Rouge East.
Are you betting on this game? I got this game circled.
I already said it.
Cool. Make sure.
I already know. I already know.
I'm 100% taking TC and Jackson State. I think I was probably taking TC and Jackson State either way. Of course, Reggie being an alum from there, it makes it even better. So, yeah, that's a 6-pack. Easy money.
Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Tennessee State. I did not know Pine Bluff was 1-1. I thought they were 0-2.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a decent game, but I think Tennessee State is too strong. They're too well coached. I do like Pine Bluff because they were picked to go what? They had that viral video last year of going 0-10 in the SWAC, and they didn't. Yeah. They got a good defense. You better be disciplined, Tennessee State. I'm picking y'all. Y'all better watch out, though.
Yeah, I'm going with Tennessee State here, too. Eddie George just does a really good job with their program. I think that this is a game they win.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely. Edward Waters and Alcorn State. Again, we have money games, too. Just like Howard and Morehouse, Alcorn State about to beat the dog crap out of Edward Waters. But shout out to Edward Waters for even being in the conversation in their conference after they just became a university a couple years ago. And their football, they just got their football team back. So they're playing really well, and they're definitely on the rise. But Alcorn State about to beat y'all like a drum.
Correct.
If you listen to the past episode, we profiled Grambling and their quarterback. They are a problem Miles in the SWAC. This is Norwood's SWAC sleeper. They played Texas A&M Commerce. Unfortunately, they're gonna lose that game. But Grambling, Texas A&M Commerce is in a higher division than Grambling, aren't they?
I'm taking Grambling.
I would like Grambling to win, but I don't expect them to.
Grambling wins this.
Blacks, we going for the Blacks.
Yeah, Grambling wins this. And I think that Miles Crawley has another good game. He's going
another
to
400 yards.
These games together and say whatever you want to about Hugh Jackson. I know y'all fired him for whatever reason, and it looks like the program might be going in another different direction. I don't know what to say for that because you keep going in different directions. But I think he has a successful game. I think they win. Just that simple.
And if they can run the ball, because they do have two former 5-star recruits that transferred to Grambling to play. If they can run the ball, there'll be a problem. Alabama State and Sanford. Alabama State, I would like for you to win. We're picking the Blacks. Wouldn't be surprised if you lose, though.
Yeah, Sanford especially after the way that Sanford got monkey stumped by Florida. I think they're gonna be upset, and they're gonna try to get it back in blood. Mm-hmm. But we picking Bama State.
Yep, always.
Mississippi Valley State versus Murray.
Money.
Boy, I mean, I like to say that I'm going for the Blacks, but y'all gonna get y'all ass tore. Ain't no way around it. Enjoy your time in wherever Western Michigan is. I forgot where it is.
East Lansing. They're in East Lansing, right? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, East Lansing, because Michigan is in wherever they are. We're picking the Blacks, but we know the Whites gonna win that one. Yeah.
No, we're not. I know that you're gonna lose that one. So I don't want to get your expectations up.
Mississippi Valley State and Murray State. If you copy and paste what we just said about Prairie View and Michigan State, you can say the same thing about Mississippi Valley State and Murray State and Bethune-Cookman and Western Michigan. That game may be over after the kickoff. That game is going to be ugly. That Bethune-Cookman Western Michigan game in Michigan, that's going to be an ugly game. That's going to be an ugly game. I think
Prairie View at Michigan State, y'all going to get stomped out.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing good for Michigan State, but y'all not competing with those guys.
Nope, not at all. Let's go CIAA. Lincoln versus Johnson C. Smith. Johnson C. Smith should beat them
Smith had a
by
big
100.
win last week.
Yes, They should beat them by 100. Livingstone and Allen. Unfortunately for Allen's football coach, if you remember in the preview, we talked about it. He left. No, that was Lane. I'm sorry. Livingstone is going to beat Allen. Allen is going to struggle, but hopefully they can get it together. No, that was Allen, where the coach left and went to Clark Atlanta, right? Was that Allen or Lane? No, that was Allen. Yeah. So he took everything with him. So they're in rebuild mode. So, but shout out to both schools. We always going for the blacks, so it is what it is. SIAC, Clark Atlanta and Florida Memorial. Clark Atlanta is 2-0. I would love for them to beat Florida Memorial here. They got a new coach, new quarterback. He was player of the year when he played for Allen. Transferred to Clark with the coach. Player of the week, first week. So
hey, go with the bread and butter, man. We know what it is.
They beat Fort Valley, so which we picked to be one of the sleepers. So I'm going with Clark here, man. To have Clark have a lot of fun and a lot of notoriety and a lot of expectations around their program is very, very interesting. Let's go, Clark.
I'm going Flomo in this. I think the Flomo is just a better team.
Kentucky State versus Fort Valley State. Fort Valley.
Ooh,
they're both 0-2. This is the O Bowl. 0-2 versus 0-1.
Yeah, but somebody finna get whooped. Fort Valley State gonna run it up on them. Lane versus Benedict. Benedict bounces back, finally gets their get back against a team that's just not strong enough. And then Central State versus Savannah. I'm taking Central State. Savannah State. Y'all, yeah.
They look pretty good against Southern for the first quarter.
I assume you don't want to bet that one.
No, I don't know enough about Central State. It's hard to find a lot. We talked about it in the preview, but it's hard to find their stats for the games, the past two games. So I'm going with Savannah State here because I saw them play against Southern. Their quarterback, if anything he can do, he can run fast. Yeah, 80-yard run for a touchdown. And they play good defense. I did not mean it to be. He literally had an 80-yard run. He did. But they play good defense at Savannah State too. That's the thing. They play really, really good defense. So that wraps
up all of the college picks. Let's move right on into the NFL. Let's not belabor the point here. First one up.
Bills. Well, before that, the Bills beat the Dolphins.
Monkey stomped them
Thursday.
To be correct.
Tua is probably should retire.
Retire.
He got another concussion where you could tell it looked like he was already unconscious, and he had the fencing hands is what I didn't even know that was a term. The fencing hands is what he had. So
retire, bro. They said he could keep the $125 million at that point. Going home, man. You already had a great football career. I assume you go to like the College Football Hall of Fame. You did you did a lot. I'm not gonna say you did everything. I'm never gonna say that. But at the end of the day, we've seen you concussed too many times. It actually kind of
in a short amount of time.
Yeah, it physically made me sick to see him concussed again. Like,
and this one was scary because it wasn't even a big hit. He just tried to get the first down.
Yeah. And I feel bad for DeMar Hamlin after everything that he went through to then come back and then get the starting position, and then you be kind of involved in a situation like that, which is out of your control because what he did was, it's good football.
All he did was just
I can only imagine, like, psychologically, like, damn, like every time I step on the football field, for both of them, it's kind of traumatic. But yeah, Tua, take your money and go home. Job well done.
Falcons Eagles Monday Night Football. A lot has been made about the Falcons' lack of offensive productivity after spending all that money on Kirk Cousins, who looked like he could not move. And the predictability of the offense where they ran the ball out of one formation the entire game. It was so bad that TJ Watt, the joke was TJ Watt knew everything that they were about to do. TJ Watt.
No, JJ Watt. That's what he looked like. He looked like Reggie White, honestly.
You look like
Might
Lawrence
have been
Taylor the
Lawrence
way we
Taylor.
were out there. Shoot, he was out
I ain't
there.
never-
He was out there. But what I said is TJ Watt was like, yo, I knew the snap count. It was easy. At that point, I was like, dog, Zach Robinson, you better figure out how to make some changes, in-game adjustments.
Make some changes in your life. Do better.
Get a ayahuasca cleanse.
I'm so pissed. Every time I revisit and even think about that game, it re-pisses me off. And typically, I'm in much better control of my emotions. But to watch Caleb McGarry go out there and get monkey stomped repeatedly and nobody chipping, Kyle Pitts, that's chipping. That's shit chipping that you was doing. That's embarrassing. Not sliding the protection towards him to slow him down. Y'all just playing football like you didn't. I've never seen anybody be surprised by the best player for the entire game. Oh, he's going to keep running over here knocking my face off. You dumbass. Like,
and now you got to play the Eagles.
Zach Robinson and Dirk Cousins. Take a long look at yourselves and figure it out. I was on your side. I'm like, man, Zach Robinson, he probably going to be here a year. Kirk Cousins, he probably going to get paid again. Both of y'all are going to be headed to retirement if y'all continue to play like y'all did week one. And on top of that, y'all let us get our expectations up.
Well, our defense for the first time looks like the strength of the team in a long time.
No, last year. Last year, the defense was the strength of our team.
Yeah, but everybody was hurt. We didn't have a strength last year. We was weak everywhere. But this team, this week, this year.
We had top 10 defense last year.
This year, we have not allowed a touchdown. And I think the Eagles, while I think A.J. Brown is going to be a problem, Devontae is a problem to a certain extent. Those safeties back there, as long as they leave them back for some help, our linebackers can play. Our three linebackers, no, I was gonna say something racist. Our three linebackers are really, really good. They can play. They can move. They can go sideline to sideline. We don't really have a drop off when either any one of the three are in there. Ellis, Landman, or Anderson. I don't think the Eagles can run the ball, huh? Your microphone went out. Your microphone went. There it is.
Okay, yeah. I know that Landman and you got to get it together. I know you're questionable, but you and Caleb McGarry are playing and need to play well. We don't.
Yeah, Jalen Carter is going to be a pro. Y'all have to stop Jalen Carter. I think we're pretty good everywhere else on that defense.
Jordan Davis?
Jordan Davis will clog the middle, but we run outside zone. So because we run outside zone, a lot of times when we run block, we can get around him. Jalen Carter can disrupt the game just as well as TJ Watt did. And even more so because he's at defensive tackle. There's nothing you can do if you can't stop the defensive tackle. We can burn them with our receivers. We can run the ball on the outside. We need to get Algier involved. Three rushes for 21 yards is ridiculous. Having a running back run 7 yards a carry and then not give him the ball at all is ridiculous. If you run the ball, you can beat this team. But y'all better figure it out because it can get ugly too. It can get ugly with this team fast, boy. Philly can put up some points fast. Taking the Falcons, but it could be ugly. What's up, Malcolm?
I do like that our linebackers move around pretty well versus Jalen Hurts. I feel like other people's linebackers are stuck in the mud and probably will struggle a little bit more. Mm-hmm. Our linebackers are rambunctious. If they're anything, they're rambunctious.
So you taking the Falcons too?
Hell yeah. I mean, Dirk Cousins, Zach Robinson, you need to at least make this look like a game. I don't think anybody's going into this with their heart of heart saying Falcons beat the Eagles. But you better make it look like y'all trying to beat the Eagles. Whatever y'all did last week offensively, set it on fire. You know how they say it? Flush it. Flush that shit.
Saints Cowboys, which has again turned into the game of the week again. The Cowboys just beat up on the Browns. The Saints versus the Cowboys. Do we think the Saints are good? They put up 47 points against the worst team in the league.
You want to bet against the Cowboys again?
No.
Oh, I
I'm not picking
definitely
the.
ready.
I would never pick the Taints ever. I'm picking the Cowboys.
Money.
I'm picking the Cowboys to win here.
Just give me my money.
Woo! Sorrell said Eagles. The Falcons are trash. I hear you. I'm picking the Cowboys here. Who you taking?
I'm taking the Cowboys. And anybody who want to bet the Saints, I got a 6-pack for you. And I hate, because my cousin Tommy also said the same thing. He said the Falcons are trash. And I want to be able to talk to my family and be like, you know what, the Falcons not trash. And then you see what they rolled out last week, and you're like, you know what, I'm going to humbly take this until they prove otherwise. But I'm taking the Cowboys over the Saints.
Game of the week, Bucks-Lions. Bucks.
Lions.
Remember, the Lions eliminated the Bucks last year in the playoffs.
Yes.
Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans really do have a connection, and the Bucks, Todd Bowles is always going to coach some defense.
Lions.
The Bucks look good, but the Lions, they had a pressure rate of 49%. So that means every time you go back to pass, one out of every two, somebody in the Lions uniform on defense was with you. Every time.
He in the huddle with y'all.
That's hurtful. I got the Lions at home. I think Jamison Williams is the one who is the piece that the Lions were missing. You saw a little bit of glimpse of it last year when he came back, but now he's fully healthy. Man, it's going to be tough. I'm picking the Lions at home. Colts, Packers. Colts. I'm picking the Colts here because the Packers don't have Jordan Love.
Hey, y'all know who I'm rocking with here. I'm rocking with the Blue Bomber himself, Anthony Richardson. Y'all said, oh, maybe he gonna be able to throw the ball. That boy threw two of the most beautiful passes that happened last week. Anthony Richardson is the real deal. He's still – the crossing routes is where he has the opportunity for the most growth. But when it comes to D-ball thrower right now in the NFL, it's not many better. I'm taking my boy AR-15 all day.
So, he did have two of the prettiest passes last week. He also only completed 7 other ones. It was 9 of 19. Well, not like he was, like, great. But
hey, they got 28 points on offense. Way more than the Falcons.
But and the Packers have a really good secondary.
Pick them.
I just don't think the Packers can win with Malik Willis at quarterback. That's what I think the Colts defense is good enough to where this game is going to be a 18-10 game because the Packers can't score. Ooh, boy, say you sound like a Gators fan. Jets, Titans.
Who said it? Oh, I am a Gator fan, and I told you from the first time I saw him play that he was going to be excellent. I told y'all he was going to get drafted in the first round. My comrade here told me I was crazy. He went right on to get drafted in the first round, and then everything.
And nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. No, nothing has changed. Everything he did in Florida, he doing in pros. Throw the ball deep, run real fast, get hurt, and throw interceptions. That's what
you
want to
know. What you want to know? What the Falcons haven't been able to do for the last 3 years? Throw the ball deep. We thought Kirk Cousins was gonna be able to throw the ball deep. 15 yards. Desmond Ridder, that other dude, Marcus Mariota. Everybody. Let me tell y'all, I'm gonna hold y'all feet to the fire as Anthony Richardson continues to play better and better and better. And shout out to them. That was an excellent AFC South game between the Texans and the Colts.
Jets, Titans, and two teams that were wildly disappointing. The Jets defense got Shanahan. The offense didn't look good. They got a lot of controversy on that team. They got a lot of locker room stuff going on in New York. Rumors that Sauce took himself out of the game. Garrett Wilson was upset with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is upset. It was so much stuff. Everything. They're so Hollywood. They're like the Dallas Cowboys North right now. And then you have the Titans.
Minus the wins.
Or not. I mean, whatever. And then the Titans, Will Levis literally gave my 6-pack away. He gave my 6-pack away. They were up 21-7, and they were going to win.
Flex there, we begging for some more.
Will Levis said, hey, here's a 6-pack for you. Here's a 6-pack for you. He gave them beers up and then was laying on the ground like this after he threw the pick. Bruh, I could have thrown my TV.
And I'm talking about meme worthy. That Twitter now just delivers the things that you need almost immediately. I know y'all hate Elon, and I don't blame you. But when you need something immediately and a place to laugh, Twitter is it.
Twitter is it.
I'm definitely rocking with the Jets. I think that they have more pressure than the Titans. At the end of the day, if the season goes left for the Titans, they're going to say, well, we tried Will Levis like we did with Marcus Mariota and Desmond Ridder. New York Jets can't do that. We have the entire – this is the all-star team. This is a Pro Bowl team here. It's a bunch of Pro Bowlers. So either win or go home. I think the Jets understand they got to win this one. I'm picking the Jets. Who you got? And Florida State has fumbled on the second play.
I like Florida State too. Nick mad. I'm taking the Jets here.
Hold on. Do you want to bet that? I guess we got to pick right now. Do you want to bet Memphis, Florida State?
Who did you take? Memphis?
I took Memphis.
Yeah, I'll take Florida State. I'll bet that.
All right. 6-pack.
Jets, Titans. I'm going to take the Jets. I don't expect Aaron Rodgers and that team to have a bad week 2 weeks in a row. If they do, though,
New York media gonna cut their ass.
Let's go 49ers, Vikings. 49ers. I ain't never betting against Shanahan again, ever. Unless it's in the Super Bowl.
I bet on him. Hey, let me tell you.
If it's as long as it's regular season Shanahan, I ain't never betting against regular season Shanahan.
Sam Darnold played the game of his life
against the Giants. He played. The Giants said the Vikings said the defense said they felt bad for Daniel Jones. They said they were booing him. They said, "Dang, we felt bad because we booed."
Grenard said, "Bro, I could tell that they had lost it. I felt bad."
But also, while we're on the Vikings, they did lose their 2 quarterbacks now, and they're playing with a half one. But that coaching staff, I was listening to some podcasts and went and did some research. I forgot Brian Flores is their defensive coordinator. Brian Flores was the coach of the Dolphins when all that stuff he sued. But at everything about him is defense, and that defense plays really, really, really well. Shout out to you for calling out Jonathan Grenard too. You said they really wouldn't lose a lot by losing Danielle Hunter to Jonathan Grenard. And when you pair that with Brian Flores, that defense actually looks really good. But we're going to see how good you really are this week.
I know it's tough to lose Hunter to the Texans, 100%. But Hunter's a little bit older. So I think that Hunter is either peaked or he's
plateaued.
Either peaking or past his prime, where I think Grenard is just now stepping into his and I don't think he's probably going to step into his prime for like another year or two.
No, he better do it now. He's 27. Remember, he transferred to play. He got to do it now. This is prime right now. But him and Dallas Turner, he's got a lot of ability. He's young. He makes mistakes, but boy, he's fast off the edge, dog. He's fast, and they couldn't block him. Seahawks, Patriots going. I was gonna say Seahawks convincingly, but I'm not convinced. The Patriots defense is Gerard Mayo. Can coach a linebacker who played his whole career under Bill Belichick. That defense is for real. They shut down the Bengals. They made the Bengals look like they were back in the 80s and 90s. 90s.
The Bengals. So I don't know how much I want to invest into that. We've said all season the Bengals are like the Cowboys, where we believe the team is in disarray. Jamar Chase ain't been paid. Hendrickson was considering retirement. T. Higgins is there, but not really.
That boy got that. That boy got that franchise tagitis. My neck, my back, my leg, my ankle.
So I don't want to double down on the Bengals because I think that they're in a bad way right now. I'm taking the Seahawks. If the Patriots prove me wrong again, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I would like to see it.
I think there's reasonable skepticism. I'm okay with them. I would like to see them win too, but you just got to prove it to me more than just a team that seems to be falling apart.
They got to go with the blacks. I mean, they got to black everything over there in Seattle. I mean, like,
hey, I'm black too now. I know y'all.
The Patriots. I'm sorry, the Patriots. They got black everything. Coach, quarterback, receivers, everything. But I'm going with the Seahawks in this one. Giants Commandos.
This is the battle of trash. That's what I have right here on this paper.
Waste management versus accounting.
Yes. Everything that I've actually seen, the big headline I've seen is Daniel Jones is going to get everybody fired. And I tried to tell y'all that a year ago. I tried to tell y'all that before y'all paid him. I was like, oh, you shouldn't do this. And he's going to get Dayball fired, and he's going to get the house clean. I'm taking the Commanders.
Commandos.
I don't typically take this team. I think that this team ain't much better, but there is always a better place than worst.
I'm taking the Commanders here. I want to see Jaden Daniels. I want to see him take the next step, especially as a quarterback. He can run, and he's fast.
88 yards,
2 rushing touchdown. But I need him to pass the ball.
You better watch out for Kayvon Thibodeau, though, my boy.
Yeah, he's there.
It's a couple guys on that defense that'll make you rethink life.
Brian Burns too, no?
Yeah.
Chargers, Panthers.
Falcons. How the hell do we get beat every year against one person? Brian Burns whooped our ass last year. TJ Watt whooped our ass last week. We gotta. It's 11 people versus one. Oh man, I'm all right. All right, I'm trying to.
Chargers, Panthers. I got the Chargers here. I think the Panthers are gonna. If the Panthers keep being this trash, they gonna try to take that team from that owner. They gonna try to do something because they selling tickets in combos with Happy Meals and stuff. Like you could go to a whole game for $50.
You get a sack full of crystals and
some
get
Panthers
a
tickets.
Panthers ticket for $12.99.
Seriously,
and the sack full is $12.99. So the ticket is free. I think that the Panthers are honestly one of the worst football teams in the last decade. This team right here, if you look at all the bad teams of the last decade, this is going to be one of the worst. And I think that they're in competition with the team from last year. So I think that
the 0-16 Browns, the 0-16 Lions. They really could go 0-16, all because the owner's wife liked Bryce Young over CJ Stroud.
And this is the thing. I don't think that Bryce Young is a problem. I don't think that he's the best quarterback, but I don't think that you're going to get a good representation of who he is with the Panthers. Hell no. That's just like holding Baker Mayfield accountable for what happened with Cleveland. That was a Cleveland problem, not a Baker problem. Cleveland still sucks. Baker turned the corner on y'all.
No. At the end of that reign in Cleveland, everybody, he just needed a new scenery.
No.
It was everybody.
Odell Daddy talking about, he ain't throwing him the ball. Well, Mike Evans seems to be very happy with Baker Mayfield. He signed a contract afterwards. And you know what the difference between Mike Evans and Odell is? Both his legs work.
At the time, okay, whatever. We're not gonna go back and forth. At the time, though, it was a different Baker. It was a different time. It was a different Odell. It was a different team. Like it was a lot different. But the Chargers are gonna beat the Panthers. Browns, Jaguars. I'm never betting on Deshaun Watson again. Jaguars gonna win this game. I don't know how they're gonna win this game. I don't know why they're gonna win this game, but they're gonna win this game because Deshaun Watson is broken. He's broken. It's over with. He's Ben Simmons.
Brokeback Watson?
Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons of the NFL. It's over with.
Brokeback Watson. You taking the Jags? I am taking this game to end in a tie. I think
6-6.
Both of these teams suck. Yes. I think that I have it here as the battle of the overpaid quarterbacks. I think that Deshaun Watson, now that overpay is nasty work. That dead cap hit of like $75 million and then the next year like $92 million or something like that, nauseating. It will make me feel uncomfortable. And that's the reason some people have said that the Browns set him up. They said that they sent these last two and that maybe they can get him off the books. Trevor Lawrence, y'all know how I feel about him. It wasn't overpay. It's been an overpay. Last week they were up by 2 or 3 touchdowns and tricked it off. I don't trust him either. Gas station sushi, this ends in a terrible, terrible tie.
Ravens over the Raiders.
Oh man. Woo!
This is gonna be an ugly game.
Run fast, far.
It's gonna be an ugly game. Y'all better not lose this game, though, Ravens.
What you mean? It's gonna be an ugly game, man?
Ravens about to mud stomp the Raiders.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Rams.
That's what you mean. But I thought you meant ugly like 0-0. No, I mean
no. It's gonna be some zeros. It might be 4-2-0, something like that. 38, 40-10, 50-10.
Rams.
Rams Cardinals.
And I want to precede this. Hold on. I want to precede this because Kyler Murray gave us a soundbite that said his job is not to throw the ball to Marvin Harrison Jr.
His job is not to throw the ball to the receiver. That's what the quarterback said, y'all. The quarterback said it is not my job to throw the ball to the receiver.
This is what I like and don't like about sports is people have very short memories. Last year, they was about ready to fire him until they figured out they was going to get Marvin Harrison Jr. Then everybody hopped back on the Kyler train, and Kyler turned right back into King Joffrey, a.k.a. Trey Young of football. And y'all, I don't know why y'all got surprised, and I don't know why that's a headline. You knew who he was. And yes, I expected, and if I was Marvin Harrison Jr., I'd slap Kyler on the back of his neck. Well, I'll get you put out of here now. I can do that.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting. The Rams look better than I thought. The Rams look better than I thought they would last week against the Lions. They really could have won that game.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna go Rams here because I believe in Sean McVay. I don't know why. Puka Nacua is out for 4 weeks.
Don't matter.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. But I'm going with the Rams here. We'll see. Steelers Broncos. Woo!
Wait, hold on. Also, Kobe Turner is the realest of deals. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. I know they lost Aaron Donald. Everybody's like, "Oh, how we gonna do it?"
Oh yeah, no.
If you did anything
really
right,
good.
you found another one. Another one. I think that the Rams whooped the Cards. And then somebody asked him, "But is it your job to throw it?" I mean, because he was open on that last play. Wide open.
Jumping jacks.
Now, you might want to say, I'm not going to force anything to him, but the last play of the game where he's wide open, it is your job to throw the ball to the man who is open to try to advance the ball. I thought that's the strategy of football last time I checked.
Steelers Broncos.
His strategy is probably better in Call of Duty than football.
Steelers Broncos. I'm going Steelers here. That defense. I don't know if the Falcons offensive line was that bad or if the Steelers defense was that good because they really didn't have to do anything different. They look really good because they could rely on the pass rush, and the Falcons didn't threaten them with any play action pass or nothing. So their linebackers weren't even respecting the run and respecting anything. It was see ball, get ball, which is difficult to do. I think the Broncos and Sean Payton will add a little bit of spice to it, so it won't be as easy of a road for the defense. But I expect for them to beat the Broncos by.
If you can learn anything from the Falcons, move your quarterback away from T.J. Watt. Wherever T.J. Watt is, the best thing you can do is go in the opposite direction. It will at least give you an opportunity. Now, the other part, Bo Nix moves better than Kirk Cousins. So I think that this could be a better game, but I think that the Steelers, and I think Justin Fields probably gets a better feel. When he was throwing the ball, he was effective. Him and George Pickens look
unstoppable.
Like it now.
They need another receiver too. They need another receiver too, though. But I got the Steelers here. Bengals, Chiefs. Everybody. Chiefs are actually getting healthy, and the Bengals.
No, they're not. They just lost. They lose not Hollywood Brown.
Yeah, Hollywood, but he ain't play. He ain't play. They ain't miss him. I'm talking about the players that played week 1. Everybody else, Marquise Brown been. Hey, I like Hollywood. I like the name. I like the story. You've been inconsequential since you requested a trade from Baltimore, and you were Kadarius Toney of the Ravens when you were on Baltimore. You dropped the ball all the time.
I don't want to hear that. What I want to hear is that they gave Lamar a legitimate wide receiver 1 in Hollywood Brown, like y'all said.
Boy, you love the troll.
I just be right.
Hollywood's not playing, but the Bengals. Y'all need to look at Joe Burrow's wrist. He tore them ligaments last year, and he was out for the year. This first game against the Patriots, he was flexing that wrist the whole game. That is not good. And they couldn't do nothing. Yeah, not a problem. The Chiefs going to win this game unless I mean, nobody wants to be in Cincinnati.
Well,
Nobody wants to be in Cincinnati.
You know, the Chiefs could win this game. They could swap out Mahomes for Dylan Raiola and get it done.
That Chiefs defense is good too.
Yep.
Bears, Texans. The Bears defense is good. The Bears defense is good. Apparently, their special teams is good too. But that Texans team is good everywhere.
Yes. And if I remember correctly, the Bears' Rome is questionable and Keenan Allen questionable. That's more pressure on your rookie quarterback, Caleb Williams, who I think is going to get his feel for it. But the Texans are a team that's a little bit more prepared, a little bit more polished, and ready to win. They put up big points against a pretty decent team in the Colts last week. I think they come right back out here this week and do the same. And the Bears just can't score enough points.
Yeah, I think Caleb Williams will have a better game because he got a rude awakening. But the Texans, they're just as good defensively as the Titans. And I do like DJ, but I don't think he can't be the only receiver. Not against that team, not against the Texans.
You can't be the only one trying to be the only one. Well, that is all of the picks. Now, with that said, Reggie, we did table one, and I want to come back to it. UCF versus TCU. I'm willing to bet that. That will give us 3.
Who did I
got? You took in that one. You took TCU. I took UCF. It's really a dealer's choice on that one.
Yeah. Okay. Let's bet it. So that's 3 bets. That's Florida State, Memphis, UCF, TCU,
and LSU, South Carolina.
South Carolina. I like it.
And then we bet Russ, Bama over Wisconsin.
Yeah, he took Wisconsin. So, I mean, I'm going to come out with something.
I'm beating him with something. I ain't Denzel.
But, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Another episode of Saturday Morning Live. Those that are on Instagram and Twitter, you can see everything. Those that are with YouTube, Facebook, we appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll be back on Monday. Again, syndication. We are playing Monday's episodes during the week every evening so that you can catch up, as well as other Dive Team Media content. So go to Dive Team Media on YouTube to see, get ready for that. And also remember the Splashcast website is still up and running, y'all. Go there as well. Final words?
With that, yeah, that's it. Adios, mi amigos. God is love. Until we see y'all on Monday.